Okay, there he goes. What's up, YouTube? HDJ here, and I'm coming at you guys because we are talking Yosenju in this video. So Yosenju are pretty much an amalgamation of wind monsters that are based off of some folklore that has to do with samurais and demons and exercising those demons, and some really cool artwork and a weasel. So I wanted to take the time out because I know the new Yosenju cards have just been unveiled. They have their effects and stuff out, and I wanted to do this for a minute. I just never had the time to, so I do, have to apologize for that. It took a minute, but I'm here now with a lot of the Yosenju stuff, so we can have this discussion. And I love the Yosenju. Yosenju is one of my other favorite wind archetypes. I main Harpie lady, but I played Yosenju as well. I played some Ritual Beast. I played a little bit of Ritual Beast. Actually, I never really liked the Ritual Beast. They're like a combination. They were just a weird amalgamation of monsters that are trying to be G Beast and really couldn't. And they had like the tomahawk thing, and it was like, oh, okay. And then Italy got limited. So thanks, guys. But yeah, Yosenju Training Ground. We're gonna be talking about this card as well as a lot of the other cards. So let me give the rundown of each of the monsters and stuff in this archetype. So we have Yosenju, 1, Yosenju, 2, Yosenju, 3. We have Yosenju Sujik. We have Yosenju Oma or Oyam. We have Yosenju Misk. We have Yosenju Maggot. We have my Yosenju Daibak. We have Yosenju Kodam. We have Yosenju Senchu L and Yosenju Suchu R. Then for these spells, at the time we have now, we'll have Yosenju's Divine Mountain Winds. We have Yosen Training Ground, Yosen Whirlwind, and then the traps are Dazzling Winds of Yosen Valley and Dazing Winds of Yosen. No, is it? Dizzying Winds of Yosen Valley, and we have Yosenju Secret Move. There are no extra deck monsters. There are no rituals, synchro, exceeds, none of that. No. They're all mainly effect monsters and pendulums. That is all they have in terms of anything that would have to interact with the extra deck in terms of monsters and stuff like that. Nope, just pendulum. Which is ironic because with all the Link monster stuff going around, you thought they had some Link monsters, but nope. Just the series of pendulum stuff they have, the occasional, they're Link monsters and then they're effect monsters in their deck. So, thing about Yosenju, most of them are Beast Warrior, some of them are Beast, and then we have our occasional 2 rocks in the forms of L and R. The main gimmick of the main deck Yosenju monsters is most of them have the ability of they can return themselves to the hand when they are normal or special summons. The level 4 or lower Yosenju monsters have the 4 level 4 Beast Warrior Yosenju monsters have the ability of when they're normal summon, you can get an additional normal summon of a Yosenju monster from your hand, but it cannot be a copy of itself. So, theoretically, when most people play this deck, you go Yosenju, 1, you summon Yosenju, 2 or 3, and you can summon another copy of Yosenju, 1 off of the effect of the other Yosenju monster that was summoned, if it's like 2 or 3. Yosenju Sujik is unique in its own ability because it's not, it doesn't give an additional normal summon, but it has the ability to play itself as an honest. By discarding itself to give your Yosenju monster 1000 attack. Its other ability is that while it's on the field, it can select another Yosenju monster and it'll gain 100 attack for the turn. Then we have Yosenju Kodam. Kodam's ability is that if Yosenju Training Ground is on the field, you can tribute this card to give it 3 Yosen counters, and then while it's in the graveyard, you can banish it to give an additional normal summon of a Yosenju monster in addition to your normal summoner set. So you get additional plays off of Yosenju Kodam. Now let's talk about the 3 Yosenju monsters, the main ones a lot of people love to focus on. Yosenju, 1, this guy right here in the blue kimono, his ability is that once a turn, you can select one face-up card your opponent controls and return it to their hand. Then we have Yosenju, 2. His ability is he can attack your opponent directly, but the damage that is dealt by its effect to attack your opponent directly is cut in half. Then we have Yosenju, 3. 3's ability is that whenever Yosenju monster inflicts damage to your opponent, you can add one Yosenju card from your deck to your hand, except for a copy of Yosenju, 3. And you'll use the effect of that. That effect is Yosenju, 3 once a turn. We're going to move on to the big guys. We have Yosenju Oyam. Oyam's ability is that when it's on the field, when your opponent declares a direct attack, you send Yosenju monster from your hand to the grave, except for Oyam, and then summon Oyam. Whatever monster that was battling will battle with Oyam, and he will gain its attack and defense at the start of the damage step. And when this card is destroyed by your opponent's monster, when it starts battle, it's set to the graveyard, I'm sorry. He will add a Yosenju card from your deck to your hand. So he helps you search. Then we have, I'll go to the spells in a minute. So Yosenju Magat. Magat's ability is that when it's normal summon, you can summon one Yosenju monster from your deck. So it helps you speed up the process of getting Yosenju cards. It does dodge the whole, what is it that this thing's dodging? Oh, the whole ability of if, having tribute to Yosenju. So, don't know why I'm yawning all over the place, but yeah. And it's ironic because it's one of the ones that says you need to normal summon it for its secondary effect to trigger. But when it's the end phase, if it was special summon, you return it to your hand. Went crazy. Then we move over. We have Musk. Musk ability is similar to an older card. I don't know if many of you remember Allied Justice Catastor, but Yosenju Musk has a similar ability. At the start of the damage step, if this card battles will face up non-wind monster, you can destroy that monster. When this card is special summon, you target one card your opponent controls and destroy it. But if the card was special summon, return it to the hand during the end phase. That's not too bad of either effect. The fact that it's a catastor when it attacks non-wind monsters, and then on top of that, when it's pendulum summon, he can target a card and destroy it. Your opponent controls and destroys, so it helps get rid of their threats. It helps get rid of problematic situations. But overall, it does have a lot of utility to himself. Then we move over to the last of the big guys in the main deck, and that is Yosenju Daibak. Daibak's ability is that when a Yosenju monster you control declares an attack, the attacking monster will gain 300 attacks at the end of the turn. It can be normal summon or set. This is monster effect. You can only pendulum summon. You only summon by pendulum summoning it. And when it's normal or special summon, you can select 2 cards on the field, return those cards to hand, and then during the end phase, this card with special summon, you return it to hand. So you pretty much take advantage of the pendulum scale. So that way you can summon Daibak, and Daibak can bounce stuff and get stuff off the field. Now, how do we summon Daibak? Well, they have their own form of other pendulum monsters. This is Sujik L and Sinchik L and Sinchik R. Both of them have a range of abilities. The ability of L is that if a Yosenju monsters would be destroyed by battle or card effect, you destroy this card instead. And when it's normal summon, you change the defense position. Your opponent cannot target Yosenju monsters you control with card effects except for this guy. Then next to it is L, and L's ability is that once a turn, you have a pendulum. Yosenju card in your other pendulum zone, you can make this card's pendulum scale 11, even if it leaves the field. But for the rest of the turn, all the monsters you summon have to be Yosenju. Which, at that point, most of the deck is Yosenju, and if you're playing it right, you really are really handicapped. Then his monster effect is that it changes itself to defense position, and then your opponent cannot target Yosenju monsters for an attack except for it. And when it's 2100 defense, nothing's really getting over it unless it finds a way to be a guy. But now I look at all of the bases of it when it comes to its spells. So ironically enough, there is no card to search for this, but this happens to be the main card a lot of the cards are focused on. Yosen Training Ground. Every time you Yosenju monsters or social summon, you can give this card a counter. For each counter placed on it, it will allow you to remove a certain amount of counters once a turn to do one of its 2 effects. The first one is giving Yosenju monsters you control 300 attack until the end of the turn, and it leaves the field. And then the other is removing 3 counters to add a Yosenju card from your deck or graveyard to your hand. So it has recyclability within itself. The only thing is it's not a Yosenju card, so you can't search for it. Which, ironically enough, not having Yosenju in this game makes it a lot better because then you can't break it. But I'm sure in this game someone's going to find a way to break Yosen Training Ground so that way you can abuse it later. Oh. I don't know too much about this next spell, but this is Yosen Whirlwind. You pay 800 life points once a turn. You target a face of Yosen monster you control your turn to hand, except during the damage step. You target a Yosen, one card your opponent controls, return that to hand. So it's pretty much a swap off. If I'm returning my cards, you're going to return yours. And I do believe this is going to interface activate. If it's negated, destroy this card. So you really do have to pay. Like that is crazy. You have to activate it, pay 800 points, and then you have to do all this crazy shenanigans. This kind of part of the reason why I don't play this card. The next spell is Yosen Divine Mountain Winds. The thing about this card is it pretty much helps just set up for the pendulum stuff. Adding a level 5 or higher Yosenju monster from your hand, and then the ability to place a Yosen counter. They'll send you L and R from your deck immediately to the pendulum zone. Yeah, there's something about that. It feels a little fishy. But, excuse me. I think the big thing about Divine is that it gives you the chance to play L and R and get them set up and then get Dieblock ready if needed. But it doesn't say once per turn on either of these. So if you have multiple of these, you can play it and then, search for one and then get the other ready. Yosen, what is this? Dizzying Winds of the Yosen Village. Activate this card if you control a level 5 or higher Yosen monster while you have a Yosenju card on the original zone. If a monster would be returned in hand with card pack, shuffle into the deck instead, unless it's a Yosenju monster. So pretty much this is a force of a Castell's effect when your card starts doing an effect to return stuff. Which, helps because it gets rid of threats, but then you also have to be careful because some things can't be targeted, some things can easily be destroyed, yes, but not targeted. So be careful of that. Other than that, let me all over the place. I don't like this card either. But I do like the next card though, and that is Yosenju's secret move. They're counter trap. When a spell trap or a monster effect is activated while you control at least one Yosenju card, and all face of monster you control are Yosenju, negate the activation of the card, and if you do, destroy that card. This is pretty much just for pure Yosenju. There really isn't much outside of big Yosenju. You're using hand traps, but for the most part, hand traps are discarded from your hand and stuff like that. But this card honestly is their solemn strike, not solemn strike, their punishment card from the Angel structure deck. Divine Punishment, there we go. In that whole situation. And with the Yosenju, you can easily pick this up with a lot of the cards in the deck to make sure that it circulates around and around. Especially that Yosen Training Ground. Now, because this deck doesn't have many options for its extra deck, some of the ideas I can easily give, some of the things that I've played, I'm actually going to check out one of these, check out the only Bujin card in here, because this card really does rely on you having a Bujin. So, Brotherhood of Fire Fist, Tenkis and Tensus and all that are great assistants to this deck. The one thing about this card, of course, is a lot of the Fire Kings that are level 4, because most of the archetype are level 4 anyway. Having the ability to get stuff here and there, getting your Beast Warrior monsters, using your Fire Formation stuff. Like, you can run variations of Fire Formation cards with the Yosenju, and, I didn't mean to do that, and still benefit from a lot of the interaction and plays, and having someone big like Tiger King on the field and having his effects, yeah, you can easily take advantage of it. Even though they're fire, take advantage of the Beast Warrior support as much as you possibly can. Now, if you want to go for some of that wind support, of course, we have Lightning Chidari, if you're feeling risky enough to overlay your level 4 monsters. If you really want to take advantage of it, in massive normal summon, you always have the option of Harpie's Pet Phantasmal Dragon, and the fact that while it has this material, it can be targeted by card effects, and your opponent can battle it, so you have ways to deal with a lot of things there. In terms of Link monsters, the Fire Fist have their monster in the form of Eagle. We have firefighting the Rumo Doll, who helps, of course, uh, getting an additional attack for each Beast Warrior monster on the field. It can swing into something and destroy it. He can add a Beast Warrior that was banished or in the graveyard back to your hand. So if in case you do have to, like, some odd situation, you're vanishing your stuff, you can get it back with the Rumo Doll. Or if your opponent forced you to. And then the infamous of course, infamously beautiful Great Fly. This is not beautiful. I don't know why that came out of my mouth, but whatever. Great Fly is great for this deck because of the fact recovery of your win monsters and the additional attack and defense buff for your win cards. In terms of other cards I can suggest for this deck, really just depends. Like, if you want to go real anti-meta with it, trust me, you have a ton of options with this. And you have cards like, of course, the Mirror Forces to back you up when you don't have a back row. Most of the builds I've seen went real aggro, dealing with the hand traps and saying Macros, Cosmos, T-Fissure, because most of your stuff is going back to your hand. You do have the option, of course, of playing those cards, but you also have the option of playing Divine Will of the Mist Valley. Why? Well, most of your cards are going back to your hand, so if you can get low for a lower monster on the field to defend you and really take advantage of Yosenju's secret move, why not? Fire Formation Tanky. The Fire Formation cards in general, because all the Beast Warrior setup with the level 4s, you can easily go and search for them, or just search for any of your Beast Warrior monsters, and have their setup. You have 100 additional attack thanks to this card. You have a lot of support from a lot of other Beast Warrior archetypes, but to have a Rhoda and a Continue spell that gives 100 attack, worth it and priceless. I wanted to talk about some kin. Of course, we're talking about Reborn Tengu. Tengu was an idea a lot of people thought of, especially one, because it was getting reprinted. Then two was because it's a Beast Warrior, it's Wind, release the field, it summons a copy of itself. It does help with the whole plethora of things that needs to be done. You know, with a Massive Swarm card, how amazing this card is, and the fact that it is now back to 3 is even more amazing, because this was around the time where all the TCG exclusive cards starting to get a little good, and like, no, we can't let them get too good. So I remember the time when they did hit Reborn Tengu because of its awesomeness, and this card is really amazing. I think for the most part that's pretty much it, because I had just Beast Warrior setup, Beast beat down, and just, you know, defend yourself as much as possible with counter traps with normal spells and stuff like that. I'm really excited, honestly, to see a lot of the Yosenju stuff come. If anyone's questioning why I'm not talking about the newer Yosenju cards, because I have a video for that already, expressing, you know, my feelings about them when they came out. And I really didn't want to just focus on the older Yosenju cards. I really am surprised that out of all the cards still out, I mean, not out yet, Yosenju Divine Mountain Winds is not out yet. And that's a really good card if you want to use the secondary effect to put a lot of your pendulum skills together. So, let me know what you guys think about the Yosenju. Let me know about how you feel. Let me know what your feelings are about the new support. And don't worry, I'll have videos up for Yosenju pretty soon. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you guys know when I'm uploading my videos. And getting stuff together for my live stream, my live streaming. So, alright guys, thank you so much. ACJ, signing out. Take care.